Hello Leo, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the month of August of 2024. Welcome to August. It is August 1st as I throw these cards today. Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. We've got this small stack here of the oracles that we're going to be using here first, and once we get all the energies out for the month, we are going to look at the tarot. We're going to go at the beginning, the middle, and the end of the month. We're going to do a 9-card draw for you, Leo. So happy birthday, August Leos. How are you? Let me know when your birthday is. Are you an August Leo? And how do you think that makes you different from the July Leo? Let's find out what's going on for you, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is the archetype deck. It's going to tell us what sort of energy you need to be in to accomplish what you need to accomplish in the month of August. Tell me what archetype Leo will be in for the month of August, please. All right, what do we got here? We've got the Knight. Oh, very cool. The Knight says, loyalty, romance, and chivalry, a love of honor. Okay, well, it feels like here somebody is feeling a little feisty. Feeling a little feisty in the month of August here. Loyalty, romance, and chivalry, a love of honor. Okay, so I feel like somebody has some honorable, how can I say, they want to show someone else loyalty and romance and chivalry, and it's for the love of honor. Like, I feel, Leo, that you want to show someone else that you have honor. I think that's what it is. We've got the Saboteur, and it says, the shadow attribute of the Saboteur says, induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. I feel like this is more about self-destructive behavior. The Saboteur comes out in the reverse, which means that it's in the shadow attribute. So I feel like this is something that you'll be working on this month, or maybe this is something that you've already overcome, and now you've come into from this Saboteur energy or sabotaging yourself. You've turned into this Knight energy here, which is about loyalty, romance, and chivalry, and the love of honor. So I feel like somebody may have already accomplished this and turned into the Knight. Maybe you come from a past of sabotaging yourself. Sometimes we sabotage ourselves, Leo, because we're just scared of the happiness that's coming, or from the things that will happen should we decide not to sabotage. It's almost like it's almost like a feeling of we don't deserve it. But I feel like you go from a feeling of I don't deserve it to if I act in a different way, I deserve it. So I think that's what it is. It feels like somebody's changing their mind or changing their energy up here. What else do we need to know about Leo in the month of August, please? I feel like you're going to be brave. That you're going to be brave like the Knight. And so somebody has braved their way through the sabotaging energies here. We've got disruption. It's because of a tower, I feel. It feels like somebody's had some sort of a revelation, or maybe you will have this revelation in August. It feels like you are becoming the Knight, possibly becoming the Knight in August, because of the revelation, realization, whatever you want to call the tower, right? It is a disruption in a thought pattern, a disruption in how you feel. It's a disruption in general. It does feel like you go from, this person here has their hands that are, their hands are bound at the chest here, and I feel like this disruption comes to open you up. It brings you out of this saboteur energy or sabotaging the self into this Knight energy. It feels like all of a sudden you have to be brave because the tower is falling, and that's how you realize that you are actually the Knight and not the sabotager any longer. We've got positive movement forward. I love it. So positive movement forward after the tower falls. It feels like you will be going through some sort of an upheaval or a change here in the month of August, but I feel like it has a good outcome. I feel like it puts you in this energy of, I need to be more honorable with not only even to other people, but to yourself. And so I feel like that's sort of the energy that's coming up in the month of August. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about Leo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for August 2024. We have the Labyrinth. I feel like you have been stuck in the Labyrinth for a while. But look, Labyrinth here shows card number 15. 15 is the devil energy in the tarot, which means you've been stuck in this labyrinth going round and around and around. I feel like this is the sabotaging energy, that it feels like you didn't try to get out of the labyrinth. You've just been going around and around on this really long, exhaustive journey. But we go from 15 to 16. I feel like the tower is here to get you out of this labyrinth, this place where you feel like a rat in a maze. just doing the same thing over and over again. Bottom of the deck, we have love. Look, it does say here, loyalty, romance, and chivalry. It feels like love. This could be love of the self, because we do have card number 8. 8 is about the self, right? And about loving the self, possibly. You may be loving yourself or loving someone else. All right, we will pull tarot and find out what's going on here. A couple more cards, and then we'll get to the tarot. Tell me about Leo for the month of August. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about August. For Leo, tell me about August. What's this here? We've got deserving. I love it. One more card. And we've got back and forth. Look, we all do the cha-cha, right? We're trying to get out of this vibration, go into the next vibration, and then there is the gray area in between. And we're always going to test ourselves. We're going to go back to this vibration to see if we belong there. We're going to go forward to this vibration even though we're scared of it. I feel like you're doing the cha-cha between this labyrinth and the night energy. I feel like it's comfortable to be stuck in the labyrinth. Nothing's expected of you. Nothing changes. You know what to expect. You just keep going round and round and round, but you also can't get out. And I feel like the tower is coming to shake you out of that energy, but I feel like you're still going to do the cha-cha between the old vibration and the new vibration for a little bit. Until you realize that you really are deserving, that you are deserving of whatever's coming to you. The sun is here. The sun is shining on this person, and the sun is you. You are the sun. That is Leo energy. So I feel like you are going to do a little bit of cha-cha back and forth. We all do, as we're leaving an old vibration that's comforting and default, and we know what to expect there. We are going to go to another vibration where it is going to be a little bit tougher. I'm going to say a little bit harder, and we're going to have to reach, right? And so sometimes that's why we sort of get stuck in the middle for a while. We don't quite break out of the old vibration, and we don't quite break into the new vibration. I feel like you're in the gray area right now. That's what it feels like here. And I feel like August is going to be the month where you finally break out of the gray area and you decide to go forward and get into that new vibration. No more sabotaging. I feel like you're the knight. You're brave. You're moving forward here. All right, let's get some tarot on it, find out what else is going on for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Leo, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. I have pinned a comment that gives you a link to Wizio. It's the only place where you can book me. All the pricing is there if you're interested in going to look. Let me take a look here. What's coming up with the tarot? The beginning, the middle, and the end of the month. Tell me about Leo. We do have the King of Wands. You're feeling inspired. I like it. Feeling inspired to go get what you want. Feeling like you can take a few risks. Feeling like nothing's going to stop you from getting what you want in the month of August. We do have the Queen of Pentacles. And then we have the Ace of Wands. It seems to me we've got loyalty, romance, and chivalry. It feels to me like somebody here wants to have a new beginning with the Queen of Pentacles, possibly. There is an exciting path that is going to be opening up for you. I feel like you're already preparing for that. The King of Wands has a wand, and there's a wand here, and so I feel like you're already preparing, pardon me, for some sort of new, exciting, creative path here. Something that is... I think it could be with the Queen of Coins. We'll keep dealing here, though. Let's do that and figure out what's going on here. Oh, we have a tower. Interesting. You've got 2 towers here. Look at that. I think it's because of this tower. Somebody's having a realization that you do want reciprocity with the Queen of Pentacles, possibly. Or maybe that you do want to give people reciprocity in this stability here. We do have the 5 of Cups. We have the High Priestess, we have the Page of Cups, and we have the Knight of Wands. So everything, the center of the reading or the heart of the matter here is balance. That's what you're looking for. Essentially, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for things to come into balance. You're looking for someone to pour into you like you pour into them. And I feel like you realize in the month of August that there is somebody who does that, who is ready and willing to take this brand new exciting path with you, and who is ready to pour into you in a very stable way. The King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles are two very different energies. The King of Wands lends the energy to the Queen of Pentacles of maybe taking a few risks, possibly being excitable, moving faster, moving forward towards something. And it's not like the Queen of Pentacles can't do that on her own, but she moves slower. But what the Queen of Pentacles offers the King of Wands is to slow it down. Let's look at it. Let's look at some details. Let's just spend some time together slowing it down. I feel like you're having some sort of a realization that this Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is willing to pour into you like you pour into them. And I feel like you're in the middle of the month, you're missing this person or feeling kind of sad that you don't have them around. It feels like at the end of the month here that there is, your intuition is telling you to communicate. I feel like you will communicate because the Knight of Wands is here with the Page of Cups, but it feels like somebody here is about to communicate with someone. So I feel like between you and the Queen that there may have been some sort of heartbreaking energy here. We do have the Seven of Swords, we have the Hierophant, and we have the Three of Swords, and it feels to me like there was an ending here, like a really hard ending, like we're no longer speaking, we don't agree on things, we had to finally get to the 10 Swords and realize that it was over, that it's really hard, but it's over. But I feel like with the Seven of Swords and the Hierophant energy, it tells me that what your actual feelings are is what you're hiding. And what you're hiding is that you really would love to have another commitment, but I feel like you don't really trust anybody. And that's the hard part. I feel like you've been hurt so much here that you really don't trust anyone. I feel like you really do want some sort of a commitment here, but I feel like it's really hard for you to trust people because you've been lied to before, over and over here. And that's why you're going back and forth between these two vibrations. It feels like, back there is a place where, you were taking risks, doing your own thing. Maybe you weren't necessarily ready to settle down. And going into the future is a place where maybe it's going to be more settled. Maybe it's got to be. If you've decided that you want to be with the Queen of Pentacles, it's got to be a little more settled. It can't all be fire. And it doesn't necessarily mean that this person doesn't have fire, right? All right, let's take a look at some clarifications here. All right. Tell me about the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Ace of Wands, because I feel like you do want this path. I feel like you're preparing for this path. And I feel like you're in the gray area preparing for this path, but I feel like it feels like you're in this place of feeling inspired to do it, but not necessarily prepared to do it. You know that this person, this Queen of Pentacles, is solid and grounded, will move slowly at whatever they want. And I don't know that you want to slow down, right? You need the fire. Maybe this person doesn't have enough fire. Tell me about the King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, please. We do have the Hierophant. I feel like you really do want a commitment, but I feel like you are scared of it, as I said, with that the energy that is in the future here. We do have the Ten of Cups, so that's what you want, Leo. I feel like you want the family, you want the absolute apex of happiness. You want to be ultimately happy in a connection, happy in some sort of a commitment, whatever that commitment looks like to you. What else do we have here? We have the Five of Wands, but what will people say? What will people say if you finally settle down, Leo? If you settle down to one person? Because the Five of Wands is not only about, having reservations, feeling like holding back, but what will people say? These people are very engaged in gossip, right? You can see that this cauldron is boiling over, and that they don't even notice that their dresses are on fire. They're so engaged in gossip. So it feels like you're worried about what people are going to say if you decide to settle into one relationship with one person on a brand new path. I want to say that I think that the Queen of Pentacles is ready to give you passion. So this person, I feel, probably has a fire, also has fire because you're attracted to fire. And I feel like this person probably also has fire along with this earth energy here. We do have the Three of Cups. It is going to be celebratory. I feel like what you need to get around is what people are going to say about you, how people are going to feel about it. Like, not only seeing that the King of Wands is finally settling down, but also that you're turning into the Knight, that you're very gallant, that you're very loyal, that you're very romantic and very chivalrous. And I feel like you know that these people, the Five of Wands, are going to be talking about it. And for whatever reason, there could be a difference of age, there could be a difference of economic values. The Queen of Coins and the King of Wands, they are forged different ways, right? The King of Wands has had a hard past. The King of Wands is forged through fire, somebody who's been through a lot of trauma in the past. The Queen of Pentacles might be someone who hasn't necessarily been through all of that, but who has built themselves up pentacle by pentacle and sitting in the throne, because this person is somebody who has by themselves has built themselves up to there, so they're very confident. Tell me why this Tower is here. We have in the middle of the month a Tower here. It's a realization, I believe. Tell me about the Tower, please, for Leo. We have the Hanged Man energy. So the Tower is showing up for a shift and a change. It's like an upheaval or a realization. And I feel like it's to pull you out of the Hanged Man energy, because I feel like you've been here for a while. I feel like you've been trying to figure out, where's my stability? What am I going to do? I need a different perspective. How are other people going to feel about this? I feel like there is a lot to be... I don't think it's lost, but I feel like a lot will change if you decide to come out of the Hanged Man energy. And I think that the universe is going to push you out of the Hanged Man energy and push you into the Emperor energy. There you go. So I feel like you are a person who is solid and grounded. You are a person who is also in charge. You're a person who is the authority on something, maybe your own life, but I feel like you've always been in charge. You've been the lone wolf. You've been the person who doesn't have to check with anybody before I make decisions. I don't want to have to check with anybody before I make decisions. And I feel like that's what the Emperor energy is here. So the perspective that you're trying to get is, do I really want to put myself in a situation where I got to check with somebody every time I want to do something? And I'm not saying that you really have to check with them, but it's a courtesy that you give somebody that you're in a relationship with, right? And then we have the Sun. Oh, there it is. Yes. So you are going through some sort of a major awakening this month here. And I'm sort of giggling because I feel like you've been standing here as the Emperor saying, you know what? It's all about me. It was never about them, and I'm the person who's going to make the decisions here. I feel like you're being humbled by some sort of a spiritual awakening here. And it's because you've been hanging in this Hanged Man energy here, which is really the place of sacrifice. And so I feel like you're sacrificing your own perspective for the perspective of somebody else. And I feel like the Tower and the Sun tells me that you have a breakthrough along with a realization, and everything is about to change. Things are not ever going to be the same as they were. I feel like you realize that this person, the Queen of Pentacles here, is somebody who is really willing to pour into you like you pour into them. They are a reciprocal person. We do have Taurus here. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here. That they are a reciprocal person. And I feel like really all they want with you is they just want some balance, right? We have this person who's got Libra energy here as well. And I think all they want is things to come into balance with you. That's what it feels like here. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles for Leo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got the Three of Swords, we've got the Ace of Cups, and we've got the Knight of Cups. I already feel like this Queen of Pentacles has offered you a cup. I feel like this person already has romantic feelings for you, and they've already offered you a cup, and I think you said no because the Three of Swords is here. I think that you broke this person's heart, and we do have heartbreak here because of somebody who wanted to have commitment with you, but I don't think that you wanted it. And it's totally up to you. You get to make the decision. You're the one floating the boat. You're the Emperor. You make all the decisions, right? I want to say that maybe you're worried about your abundance as well, because the Emperor is really very abundant. And I feel like in this particular case, because the Queen of Pentacles is here, she has her own abundance. You don't have to worry about supporting this person, paying for their things. This person knows how to do that by themselves. They know how to source money. They know how to stack coins. They know how to be balanced and dependable with their money. I don't think that you're going to have to really share a whole lot with them. You're not really going to have to support them. Although you, as the Emperor, you are the King of Pentacles, who is the one who is the one who likes to provide. I think that you like to be a provider. You could have Aries energy as well. But I feel like with this Knight of Cups, I feel like what you've been hiding from this person is that you really do have feelings for them. I feel like you do have romantic feelings. It does say here, loyalty, romance, and chivalry. I feel like when you're around this person that you want to care for them, take care of them, and protect them. And that's kind of an indication that maybe you are in love with this person. So we do have the Three of Swords here. I feel like you did break this person's heart when they offered you a cup. And I feel like that's why you're in this sadness, the Five of Cups here. I want to say that this person has never stopped wanting to offer you this cup. I feel like that they're still holding it, hoping that you'll come back for it. But I feel like you're feeling sad. I feel like you feel regret and sadness that you didn't tell them how you felt about them when you had a minute to do it. But you can't push yourself into these things. These are really important decisions. We have the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Five of Pentacles, and we have the Seven of Swords. So I feel like you two are not speaking. I feel like you two have gone to sort of your own separate corners. I want to say that there is a disconnect here, but I feel like you want to work on it because I don't think that you want to stay or live in this Five of Cups energy. You don't want to stay in this energy of feeling like you have a loss or that you're sad. The Seven of Swords tells me you're holding your sadness under the surface. The fact that you're disconnected from this person, you're holding it under the surface. The Eight of Pentacles tells me that you are currently working on yourself. You're currently working on this. I feel like that you're trying to bring whatever it is to the surface here, and I feel like your intuition, it's like the universe is on you. You've got the Sun and you've got the Tower, which is the major awakening. You've got the High Priestess right under it, which is telling me that you realize that your intuition is involved here and that it's been tugging at you and tugging at you and tugging at you, but you've been in silence. You've been not saying anything about it. I feel like you're going through all of this on your own. I feel like your Tower is showing up in the middle of the month. It's a realization and a breakthrough that you want growth. I feel like you do want to grow, and I feel like you know that the Queen of Pentacles is the one who knows how to grow abundance, knows how to grow stability, dependability. You know that this person knows how to grow those things because they are the Queen of Pentacles. They've already grown those things for themselves. Tell me about the High Priestess here. We've got the Chariot, the Five of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. I do believe that you want to break the silence with this person, but I think that you feel that if you move forward and you do it too quickly, that this person is going to argue with you. That the Five of Swords tells me that maybe you think that you have fundamental differences that you're not going to be able to get past in order to be with this person. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is in the Nine of Pentacles. This person is single and abundant. I feel like they're a business owner. And I feel like you're a person who's very engaged in either running a business, supervisor, manager. You could be the emperor. You could be in charge of businesses yourself. Maybe you're feeling like there will be no time for us. That maybe the Five of Swords is like, maybe you just don't want to break the silence with this person because you feel like there's too many differences between you. I feel like the Page of Cups is telling me that you are going to reach out to this person because I feel like you already have feelings for them. I feel like you have romantic feelings. I feel like you have affection for them. Tell me about the Page of Cups. We do have the Six of Cups, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Lovers. But does this person still feel like I am their soulmate? This person, this queen, may have said to you, you're my soulmate, and you may have said, no thanks, Tom Hanks, and walked out the door. It feels like here, the Ten of Swords tells me that you probably told them that. No, it's not. No, I'm not your soulmate. I don't know what you're talking about, but I really do believe that you two people have known each other for a while. It feels like there's water under the bridge. There's nostalgia here. And I feel like that's what you're going to do. You're going to call this person and say, look, we've known each other for a really long time. And I know that I said no, but I'm feeling like I can't stop thinking about you. I don't like to be apart from you. It makes me sad. There are things that I'm holding under the surface that I haven't said to you yet. Tell me about the Knight of Wands, please. Tell me about the Knight of Wands for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We do have the Four of Swords, we have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Nine of Swords. So I feel like we leave the end of the month here with you still feeling worried about where, can I get stability with this person? I feel like you're still healing. I don't think you're making any big decisions or any big moves in the month of August, but I do believe that you will be very busy with this very big awakening, the realization that you are the emperor, that it's all up to you. You must step forward. You must say something. The Queen of Coins is not going to do that. The Queen is not going to pursue the emperor. The emperor gets the ick when the queen pursues. So I feel like you're the person who's going to have this realization and this breakthrough that you really do have feelings. You have love for this person, and I feel like you will you will go back to them probably and revisit this, because I feel like when this person told you that they were someone that they felt very connected to, they felt very connected to you, I feel like you turned them off, shut them off and shut them down. We do have the Fool. I feel like you really, there's every indication here that you want to change, but you're going back and forth on whether you deserve the Queen of Pentacles or not. And I feel like you do. And the reason I'm saying I feel like you do is because you are the Emperor and you are willing to go through some sort of an awakening. And I feel like you're ready to ride in like the Knight. I feel like you are. We've got a Knight here and we've got a Knight here. The Knight of Fire. And we have this one who is romantic and chivalrous. This person is in love of honor. I feel like you want to go to this person and say, look, I do have honor. I do want to do this here. I feel like you don't see that this new path is coming, but I think that you will see it when you go through this awakening this month. And we do have the Eight of Swords and the King of Swords. You will be making the best decision for everyone involved. And there is transformation here, and the transformation is coming with the Empress. So you have somebody here who is an Empress, and that's why you feel like you must go forward, because the Emperor and the Empress are on the same vibrational level, and I feel like that's why you think you must go forward and get this person. I feel like it's time for you to speak with them and see if they're still interested in this new beginning, because I do feel like you left somebody brokenhearted back here. That's what it feels like by not saying that you wanted the commitment. I feel like something is being revealed here. What's being revealed is you can still keep your boundaries in place here. I feel like this Empress is definitely going to keep their boundaries in place here. We have the Empress who's got the boundaries but is willing to speak, because we do have the Moon energy in the reverse, which tells me that that's the Sun. It seems like something is going to be revealed. Whatever we've been thinking about. I feel like there's two people thinking heavily about each other. The Emperor and the Empress thinking heavily about each other. The Empress has come up twice, and we have pre-Empress energy here. I feel like things are about to change. I feel like you're about to heal with each other. That's what it feels like here. Well, I didn't mean for that whole reading to be about love, but you know what? It is what it is. I feel like you are going through a whole lot of changes this month, and you won't be making any decisions about the Empress this month, but I do believe that you will realize that you are the Emperor this month, and that's going to change the whole game. That's what I feel like. It's going to change the whole game and open up your heart to healing and to realization that you may have broke somebody's heart who's really important in your life, and that you really do want this new clean slate with them. All right, I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you, Leo, and I'll be back because I'm always back. You guys take care, and I'm up for now. Bye-bye.